Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Ryan Saplin here, Fat Loss Strength Coach, coming to you today with a video. Actually, this time, if you've noticed already that I've been making lots of videos every day and I've been posting them online, and I've actually been scheduled pretty good, like about a week, actually 2 to 3 weeks in advance, and I'm coming up at the end of all my videos, and I have lots of videos that I want to make, and I just haven't had the time. I have all these videos that are all set up, and they're essentially need to be edited. Content needs to be created for them, and I want to create it, but they require editing and they require time. And essentially what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start connecting with people that connect with me, and that is people that are on my email list, people that comment on my videos, because what I'm figuring out now is that the videos with the least amount of views are the people that matter the most, because those are the people that care most about what I have to say and that want to watch my stuff. So I have to stop thinking of the views as it mattering so much, especially at the current size I am with what I'm building. But I just start with some Q&A video, starting first from the West Indian diet on my Facebook page. Actually, it's Shiv, my buddy at the gym. What's up, buddy? His question was, Ryan, I personally have been battling with this issue. Only recently I have started the gym. By recently, I mean 7 months ago. The issue is my abdominal area. I managed to get rid of a lot. I think I hear a ton of people say good abs are made in the kitchen. I feel like there's more to it than that, and there actually is. I feel like there is more to that. I understand it takes time. Maybe you can dig deep into the abdominal area. Hope you can work on something for me. Thanks. All right, so to answer your question, to help you get that nice, lean, ripped, tight midsection where there is a showing of a 6-pack or a 4-pack, whatever abs you have underneath there. The reality is, when you're trying to get lean, a flat stomach, you know, for men and women, the language we use is different, like flat tummy, get rid of the belly fat, tight ripped. That's kind of what men tend to gravitate towards. It's a little bit different as far as the language, but the principles don't really change a whole lot. We can argue about this depending on who else is watching, but remember and realize that, you know, a lot of what having abs is simply lower body fat percentage. And in my experience, to make a, you know, really give you a very short answer in the beginning of this video, for those that don't follow through the entire video, is that if you will find that when you cut and try to get abs and get lean, that you simply do not have enough muscle on your body to look the way you want at the body weight that you're at. I'm fairly muscular, I'm built, but for me to get abs, I'm probably, to get the abs that I really want, where I'm really shredded, I'm gonna be like 165, and I don't like what I look like at 165, and that might just be the reality of my situation. I'm gonna have to put on more muscle. I'm gonna have to put more time into the gym. I'm gonna have to put more time into my nutrition. I'm gonna put more time into making adjustments in my programming. And it's different for everybody. But to dig deeper into the abdominal area, simply lifting heavy weights, doing reps and doing sets builds muscle and thickness. I guess that's a bad word, because thickness is sort of a negative word, because people don't want to be thick, right? I guess it depends on who you are, but muscle fibers, you know, because remember, like, you know, I have my, let's go flex my bicep here, right? I got my bicep here, and on top of that there's skin, right? And then below that there's a little bit of fat that I just pinched. So skin, fat, and then underneath that is muscle, right? Muscle is the fibrous tissue, the muscle that does this, right? If you look at microscopically, they're little fibers. They're basically piano keys, like this little cable thing here that's on my camera, or kind of strap or whatever, lanyard. And when you build muscle, those individual fibers get thicker, right? And when they all get thicker, they build more girth and size, and underneath that fat and skin, they start to get thicker, and they will start to show through that skin and fat. And that's the bicep I'm showing you here. But when it comes to your stomach muscle, it's no different, right? And how do you work on that? Well, you can do ab exercises, right? But it's overall body muscularity, if that's even a word, full body muscle, that makes the biggest difference in being able to have that, you know, tighter stomach. You know, I mean, digging down in the abdominal area, there are different parts of the muscles, kind of going into like the transverse abdominis, the core region, the multifidi. Those are the muscles that are deep underneath the 6-pack muscle, and those help keep your stomach flatter, right? Because they are involved with stabilizing your core. They're also known as your inner unit, your inner ab muscles. They're not really superficial, but they keep everything tight. They hold your organs in. They protect your spine. Above that is the transverse abdominis, the external obliques, maybe some of the lats on the back, the spinal erectors on the lower back. That's a big lower back muscle, or the group of fibers. All those tissues have a big factor in being able to, essentially, when those muscles are thicker, right, they will show through the fat in the skin. And that happens through training, right? That's the reason why athletes typically look the way they do. It's because they've been training for many years, for a very long time, and they've built a certain amount of muscle that shows through the skin and fat. Of course, lower body fat percentage does play a factor, but let's say you get your body fat low enough, and you lower your body fat enough, you're going to find that you just don't have enough muscle, or you're not going to have as much muscle as you'd like. That's kind of what I've experienced for myself. It's what other people will tend to see. Everyone is a little different when it kind of comes to like genetic predisposition, also history of training, style of training, muscle fiber type. There's a lot of different factors like that. But the main thing to understand when you're trying to, let me make sure I get your question really good here. I managed to get rid of a lot. I think I have a ton. People say I have good abs are made in the, so good abs made in the kitchen. They're made in the kitchen in the sense that once you have enough muscle mass on your body, that when you drop the body fat, the abs will show. They'll show more. So if you look at like a really big bodybuilder or someone who's been training for years, they have muscles under their abs from heavy training, and from just not heavy, just training. Period. Training hard. Heavy training might be something that you might misunderstand or might perceive in a different way. It's just consistent training. Because what happens over time as I've built abs from deadlifting, I've built abs from squatting, I've built abs from bench pressing, I've built abs from doing bodyweight exercise, I've built abs from doing pull-ups, I've built abs from running, right? All this stuff builds your abs. Of course, everybody wants a magic bullet, everybody wants a faster way, and I can make a video about that in the future. But to answer your question clearly and concisely, training and diet, training and nutrition, training yourself in a way, progressively overloading so you build muscle, so that you build muscular fiber thickness, but then also dieting so you lose body fat. Sometimes you'll do both at the same time. Other times you'll prioritize muscle gain. Other times you'll prioritize fat loss. But for the most part, most people are essentially trying to do both at the same time. People will say that you can't do both at the same time. The fact is, you can. I mean, people are wrong when they say that. I mean, the only time it doesn't really count is if you're at the highest level. Highest level meaning like if you're like a high-level bodybuilder, physique athlete, high-level athlete. And I guess when they say building muscle, you're talking about building lots of muscle, like putting on 5, 10, 15 pounds. The reality is you can build fiber thickness without putting on weight, because you'll never be able, be this clear, you'll never be able to put on muscle as fast as you lose body fat. Never. Because muscle fibers take a while to get thicker, because you are physically making them thicker. I can go more about muscle, talk about more muscle, the science a little bit more in the future. But I hope that answers your question. Abs are made in the kitchen. The losing the body fat does. The managing of the calories, managing of your nutrition timing. But then the muscle itself that's underneath the fat layer, the skin layer, is going to happen from training. Right? So I guess one side note, I actually met with this guy the other day, and he's like maybe an inch taller than me. I'm 5'8", and he's probably 5'10", 5'9", but he's 170 pounds. But he has he has boobs, man boobs, and he's not like would perceive as fat. At least when he wears a shirt, he doesn't look fat. But this gentleman that I met with just yesterday, he's over in mid-40s, and has a lot of body fat, and he only cares about his weight. And I was trying to talk to him about his percentage of body fat, but it kind of like he didn't want to hear it. But the thing is that he is literally 12 pounds lighter than me, yet my body looks a lot different, and looks a lot different because of my years of training. There's like nothing you can really take away from years of training. So hope that helps you out, Shiv. The West Indian Diet Facebook page commented on my Facebook wall on this question. If you got a question, leave a comment on my wall, send me a message on Facebook, or leave a comment in the description or below the description in the comment section. I'll get back to you. I'm gonna be making more videos like this for the next period of time, because I always have like 5 or 10 minutes between clients that I can always just quickly make a video like this. And I don't have to edit it. There's not much to edit. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys all on the next video. This is Ryan Saplin, Fat Loss Strength Coach, signing out. If you want to get emails from me, daily emails, and contact through me through email, those will be a link somewhere on the screen, or check the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.